Hello, I'm John Hemingway. Welcome back to Shropshire. Now, we're on our way to go and see some lambs. I had a phone call from a farmer earlier this week who said he had a group of weaned lambs and their ears were all cracking up. Now, due credit to him, he knew exactly what was happening and he knew why it had happened. But because not everybody's seen this condition in lambs, not everybody's even aware that it happens, he kindly agreed that we could go there, take some pictures and videos. So come with me, we'll see what we find. Okay, so we're here and the farmer was not joking. We do have some quite unpleasant lesions on the heads and the ears of these lambs. Yes, we've got an inflammatory process going there. The skin is cracked, it's bleeding in some cases, and you can tell a lot of the skin in time is going to slough off. It looks a lot like sunburn, and in a way, it is sunburn. These lambs have been grazing on 12-week-old forage rape, and this is what we would describe as secondary photosensitization. These lambs have had a reaction to the sunlight as a result of what they have eaten. So what's actually happened here? What is the process behind this? Well, it all starts with chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, as you know, is the green stuff in plant leaves. It uses sunlight to mediate chemical reactions that make food for the plant. When sheep or any other ruminant eat chlorophyll, it gets metabolized into a different chemical which is also reactive to sunlight. That chemical has no use in the body, so the liver gets put in charge of excreting it. It goes through the bile duct, out through the intestine, out the back end. Now, the problem arises with certain brassicas under certain conditions, and sometimes we can get substances occurring in these brassicas, like forage rape, like kale, that prevent the liver from excreting those photosensitive metabolites as they should do. So we get a buildup of them within the body. When the sunlight then is shining on those lambs, assuming that we get any sunlight, those chemicals that are in the top layers of the skin, they're going to start reacting, and we get those plant reactions happening within the skin of the lambs. The skin obviously doesn't like this, and so it has that inflammatory response. We get it swelling up, drying up, we get it cracking, we get the bleeding, everything that we've seen in those lambs there. Now, the prognosis for these lambs is actually very good. Assuming that we notice that it's happening, we get them off that crop and we get them out of direct sunlight. Any damage to the liver that's happened during the disease process generally repairs pretty well. And yes, by the time the skin's all sloughed off, we might have some cosmetic damage to the head, to the ears. I've known lambs to lose ears in severe cases, but it's not very common. Generally, the recovery will be excellent. What we can do in terms of treatment is obviously remove them from the area where the problem was happening. We can put them out of direct sunlight. We can give anti-inflammatories to take down the swelling, take some of the pain away. We'll keep them out of direct sunlight for 10 days to 2 weeks. After that, it's pretty unlikely that they're going to have any serious long-term issues as a result of this. Prevention is a tricky one, and I don't want to put anybody off using brassicas as a forage for lambs, because in a lot of respects it is an excellent feedstuff. It's worth just being aware of the risks. As a general rule, the older the crop is, the less likely you are to have this problem. There are other variables though that will determine whether lambs have a reaction to brassicas in this way. Things like the weather conditions and the climate. Has there been a period of drought followed by a lot of rain? What's the soil type? What sort of condition is the soil in? These are questions that you need to take to your sheep vet or your nutritionist and discuss the individual situation on your farm. Just make sure that you graze them in a way that minimizes the risk of you having an issue like this. Speak to your vet, speak to your nutritionist, see how you can make them work for you. That's all for this video. I hope it was interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be along with another one very soon, and I do hope to see you there. Bye.